This is a tutorial on a storytelling app called Sutori. You create stories within Sutori, but they're not limited to just stories. You can teach processes, you can teach things like equations. There's a lot you can do with it, which you'll figure out as you go through this tutorial. So we're quickly going to show you how to create your own story in Sutori. So you're going to click the plus button, and again, you'll see it in these three tabs here. Kind of wait. You're going to tap on the banner. You notice this button pops up here. So I'll tap on that. And if you want to take out the banner, you don't want an image, then that's fine. I'm going to click Edit. I'm going to choose one that they provided for me so we don't have to worry about copyright. But if you want to upload your own, you can do that, as well as paste a link from Creative Commons or Google Images. If you use any of those, remember to make a point somewhere to say where you got that image. And then I'm going to click Choose this image. And if you want, you can drag and reposition, depends on what you're looking for. And then click Save. Now the first thing you probably want to do is insert a title. And then probably an introduction. Now I'm just typing right now, but of course you can copy and paste. I'm going to put in a heading. I'll just say Topic 1. Keep that simple. And now when I want to add something, it's so simple that I just put like across the timeline. If I have 2 or 3 different things and I want to go back and edit, all I have to do is mouse over the timeline. So I just click the plus button and I choose, what do I want to put in? Do I want to put in some text? I'll put in some text. I'll just say, hello, this is Sutori. Maybe I want to highlight something. I'm going to highlight that text. I'm going to bold it. I'm going to italicize it. You can use bullets, you can use numbered lists, and you can also link something. Again, if you want to highlight, then all you would do is click the word. Let's just copy the link and paste the link, save it, and then it's highlighted. And it remains bolded and italicized, as you see. So then I want to put something else in. Go ahead and do plus. I could create a forum. That'll turn up as green. I can create a new heading if I want to have a different section. And you can put in quizzes, and you can embed different forms of media, whether it's a Google map or a Flipgrid or something else. You can add images, you can add video, you can add audio. I'm not going to do that right now because I'd rather open up a story I already have and show you where these things are. Just know that you can put all these things in there. And again, add conclusions and sources. In the end, there's that chance to put your bibliography, final image, or final comments and that kind of thing. So here is an example of a Sutori that I used in my class. It was on the Cultural Revolution. A little bit of interactivity. Started with an introduction, then a new heading, and you notice I have separated the flow of the lesson with headings. And we began with a forum where people could share their opinion, they could type it out, and then we could talk about it. Let them think a little bit first. And then we made some predictions based on some primary source documents, some images from the past. And as we moved along, we looked at a couple of videos that were brief overviews of the Cultural Revolution, give us a little bit more insight. And then we started looking at the real history. Had the chance to put in some did you know prompts that got the mind thinking. And again, you can embed anything you want, really. So here's a podcast that students took a moment to look at. And then we put in a multiple choice quiz. And if you were to scroll down a little bit more, you'll notice that we did a matching quiz. And you could have a forum again, and depending on your curriculum, for us, approaches to learning, we had them thinking about a few different things, and then again, building on our discussions. So you can see how it acts as a timeline. It's very good for history. But it's not necessarily just for history. We'll show you what I mean in a moment. Now here's another example of how I've used Sutori as a skill building tool. So as a social studies teacher, we want students to analyze a lot of sources, origin, purpose, content, value, and limitations of a source, also known as document-based questions. So we started with a little bit about the role of the historian. Why do we do this? Why do we look at sources? And then if I wanted to, I could jigsaw this. I could say, okay, you people are going to learn about the origin and then teach it back to other people in the class. You people are going to look at the purpose. So my point is, you can see that This isn't really about a timeline. It's about teaching a process or a skill. You could do this with volcanology, for example. What are plate tectonics? What is the volcanic process? You could do it with a math equation. Um, be creative. And the last thing that you want to do is be sure to share it with the world. So you're going to click share, and you could invite other people to edit with you. You could share it through Google Classroom or email or the link, or if you want, you can embed it within a website. Now, I haven't made this one public yet because I'm not finished, but once you click Make Public, then other people can access it. And they can, if you click on this button here, notice copy the story. Now, this is where you would delete your story, by the way, too, but yeah, they can make a copy of it and then modify it for their needs. So I've got OPCVL, Origin, Purpose, Content, Value, Limitations of an Historical Document, but maybe that's too much for somebody in grade 6. So somebody could copy it, modify it, and then share it with their students. Of course, you can export it to PDF. Great way to kind of share your story in a different format, depending on your context, or just even save it. You never know. Once a story is made, it is there for life. So if you're using the free trial version, you have all the kit and caboodle, that's fine. Once you're done, it all stays the way it is when you go back to the free version. But trust me, story does give you a lot of incentive to share the word and use the paid version. Anyway, that's Sutori. I absolutely love it. Hope you do too.